Hello, friends. Welcome to Squaird Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be setting up the month of March in my agenda planner. We'll decorate all the monthly pages in the same theme, so come play with me. And I've got some wall washi tape here ready to go, along with some various washi tapes I may use. This roll of washi stamp stickers, these colored highlighters, and these Happy Planner sticker books, which I'll pull from. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and lay down some wax paper and get started on this month's design. Sorry about the lighting fluctuations. I had the wrong setting on my camera, and so it just kept trying to balance out the lights and the darks, and so there is some back and forth that you'll see throughout the video, so sorry about that. Anyway, I will go ahead and get started by figuring out how I want the design to look for the month. I've pulled the Beauty and Floral sticker book along with the Happy Bloom sticker book, which has a few more of those same florals in there for this month's design. I did want to do something floral, but I was not really ready to do spring 100% in my spreads yet, since March tends to be a little bit more, of a transitional month into spring versus being full out spring vibes. So I thought that these more moody, darker florals might do the trick, and I have a whole book of them, so I was hoping that that would get me through the entire month's worth of pages. I also thought it'd be nice to add in a little bit of a vintage vibe with these. These florals really do pair very well with more vintage looks. So I had that wall washi of vintage postal pages and postcards, things like that. I thought would be a nice tie-in there with those florals. I actually have some various washis as well, and one of them is a gold foiled travel postal stamp washi in gold. Saw that, I thought that would really pair well with this vibe. There's a lot of gold accents in many of the stickers that are in this book, so I thought that adding that in would be a really nice complement. I've also added in 2 colors pulled from those floral clusters. I'm going to highlight the green from the leaves as being one of the main colors, and then the purple tones, highlighting both the warmer, more grape purple, and then also the cooler, more blue toned purples as well. So that's what I was thinking, and now I'm just trying to build out how the monthly might look, trying a bunch of different things. I've already laid in a quote floral cluster there together. It says brave, although I know it's a little bit hard to read with the gold foiling. That I have 4 different clusters that I can use on the various pages, so I thought that would be a nice repeating attribute. I've also put together another little cluster here in the top right hand corner with a couple of florals and like branchy element, just to make my own cluster there as well, so they wouldn't look too repetitive. I'm layering in the 3 washis I mentioned before, in the purple and the green, and then the postal stamped gold foiled one, along with that wall washi and the floral cluster. Thought it'd be good to go ahead and go all in with the gold, since I am going to be bringing that in multiple places. So I've got a gold circle sticker I'm going to drop in. I'm also going to bring in this quote sticker that's in gold. I'll go ahead and pull in some from the Happy Bloom sticker book now. There's only 1 page of clear stickers in that book. The rest are paper stickers. Originally, I was thinking I was going to use paper stickers, but then changed my mind and went with the clear, so I'll just be pulling in a few from that book. There is an overlay of like gold splatter on top of those. It isn't really the same in the Beauty and Floral sticker book. So I'll just use it sparingly, but bring it in where I think I can, making things fit together. I do like that added bit of gold though, since like I said, I'm just going to try to beef up the gold as much as possible. There is a little bit of an awkwardness here in the upper boxes. I definitely want to bring in some more decor, and there are 5 empty boxes to start the month off. So I was trying to figure out how to lay in some decor up there without it being just kind of thrown in haphazardly. So I've tried a few things. I cut up a quote and again built out a little cluster of florals. See if I like that. Now I'm just kind of looking around and seeing what else might work. I thought I would bring in some boxes into the main planning section here, but realized that there wasn't very much to choose from in this book, honestly. I did find these month boxes though, which are really nice, and then got the idea to go ahead and do the split day hack by using these 2 stickers instead of using a white box flip sheet hack that I've done many times in the past. Thought it might be kind of interesting to try it with these 2 boxes, give a little bit more decor there and simplify the cutting and things a little bit more. And that worked out pretty well. The stickers are fairly thick though, so the flap doesn't really want to stay down, which is a little bit annoying. Probably won't do that again. I do like having the flap kind of lay flat when I'm not using it, so we'll see how that goes throughout the month. It may crease down and end up being a little bit more flat later down the road. And I think that's all I want to bring in for some of the stickers that I've already pulled, so I'm just cleaning those things up. And now I'm going to maybe try to bring in some washi tape in some various ways, just looking for some options. I want to have a bit more decor here, just not sure how or what. Was thinking about doing a little bit of lining of the weeks, under a couple of boxes to bring in some washi, but I wasn't really feeling how that was looking, again, kind of in relationship to the corners I've built out. And then I got the idea to just change to going vertical with some of the skinnier washi I'd pulled for the spread, and I like that a lot better. Mainly got the idea from this script washi that I'm cutting in half in the green. It has vertical script texture to it. That was the inspiration to go vertical, since that way this script would be in the right orientation. And then I just layered it with some kind of purple blue washi. I guess that would be like a periwinkle color, and more gold foiled washi. That one is just more of like a starry sparkle overlay. So I've laid that in vertically, but I like the symmetry that I'm seeing there, kind of directing your eye towards the corners. And I feel like that is a good balance. So we're going to go with that. Let's go ahead and try and move things over now to the spread and see how it turns out for the monthly. I'm laying in that corner first just to see how that lays in. And yeah, it's still pretty erect, I guess, if a word you can use for that. Does not want to stay down. I am going to go ahead and lay in the corner. Trim off the edges there that are overlapping. And then I was going to start moving things over here at the top and realized I needed to white out the lines between the days just for a little bit better look there at the top. So as that dries, I'll go ahead and start laying in the other corner. I'm just going to go ahead and just cover stuff up. Sometimes I like to, white out behind stickers and things, but other times I just do it. And worked out pretty well. This washi wall tape, or paper tape, I guess would be a better way to describe it, is pretty opaque. You can't really see through it that well, and it hides the text almost 100%. So I think that will work well without having to cover up the date in the corner. I'm also just going to go ahead and start moving over the rest of the items now that some of the areas have set and dried. Put in the washi there into the corner. Also the florals here at the top and the empty boxes on the left. And some more of that washi there in the left corner. I think I really like this. I am ready to move on to the overview spread. So this spread is a hybrid of a couple of options that is in my shop. You've never seen this before. I have a month overview layout, which provides a single page monthly, which you'll see in the next page, and then the page that you're seeing there on the left-handed side. I also have a goals and tasks spread that I offer in my shop, and that's what you're seeing there on the right. So it's like I said, a hybrid of the two options that I have in my shop. So I'm just going to basically repeat the elements that I did there on the monthly and started with, again, another one of those quote floral clusters. This one says dream in foil, and then layer some washi tape together in that vertical fashion, cutting the green washi up and then layering over the periwinkle and the gold sparkle washi. And I think I'm going to place those in these corners. Now I got to figure out what I want to do with the main floral clusters that I produce on the monthly. Going to try to add in some more of this paper tape vintage background. Just not exactly sure where to put it. I will be filling out these 4 boxes with goals after I'm done with the setup. And so I do need a lot of space on the right page, and then the left page I have a little bit more freedom there at the top. However, I do like to keep a running to-do list in the checklist area for the month. So I may or may not need half to 3/4 of that list, depending on how busy my month gets. So I have a little bit of space there for decor at the bottom, but probably not too much, just because I know March is going to be crazy busy for me. And as I'm working that out, I'll give you guys a little bit of a life update. I am pretty sure we're finally going to make our move in March. I've been talking about this move since summer. I thought it was going to happen last year, and just some things came up and postponements, and it just wasn't the right time. So I think we are finally ready to go, and we'll be moving all of our stuff from California to Texas. Nowhere fun. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but we're going to be moving probably to El Paso, Texas. A little bit less exciting than, say, Austin or San Antonio or something, but still kind of fun. But it's a lot to make a move cross country. If you guys have ever done that, or even like halfway cross country, it's a lot different than just moving within your city or even, your county. So yeah, I just know that March is going to be a hot mess of stuff to do, and I hopefully won't stress out to the point of giving up and just being like, okay, we're done here. I'm going to try to keep up with the videos. I'm going to try to keep up with, my freelance and everything. And then hopefully things will smooth out in April if we finally get settled and moved over to our new place. So that said, yeah, there's going to be a lot going on for me in March. Hopefully I will be able to keep up, but we shall see. So I've played around a lot here with, again, creating those layered washi elements, and I put in a few more corners with that paper tape. I have also dropped in a few circle stickers and the gold foiling, and brought in also a few checklist boxes for my goals area. just to add a bit more pizzazz to that space. I was going to put washi layers on both the right and the left pages in the horizontal way, but I think I'm just going to save one of those for the back page since I don't want to take up too much functional space. So let's go ahead and start moving things over. I am just going to drop it right on top of the page. I don't think I have to do any prep or anything. And just evening out some of the crooked elements. If you ever want to see how I actually use these spreads that I set up, the best video to watch is my monthly flip through videos. There I go through my entire planner after the pen, showing you guys exactly how I use the spreads each month. So if you're looking more for planning tips versus the decor tips, that is a really great video to catch. I do host it live, so it's a great time too to watch and then ask questions as I go through. So just something to keep in mind if that's what you're looking for and you've watched this video this far. You probably aren't watching this video this far if that's the only thing you're looking for, but just in case you're unawares, I do that each and every month, going through all of those after the pen spreads. Okay, I think I've got everything moved over. Let's go ahead and finish things out by cleaning out the holes. And I'll just do my precision cutter and a small cutting mat there so that I can clean those out by hand. Next, we'll drop in just a little bit of those highlighters that I pulled in for some added color here in the sidebar. And I'll probably use those as well for my goal setup when we get to that point. Okay, so I think that's good for that overview spread. Let's move on to the back page, which is my social stats page. And this is very similar to the setup that you will find on my month overview spread in my shop, except this would be a right-handed page. So here it's a left-handed, kind of customized it as well with some social stat charts and things that I find useful, but it does just come with a blank monthly on the top and then a lined area in the bottom, and that's it. It's very clean and easy to use for multiple reasons. So if you're not into the stats, don't worry. There is a much cleaner look in my shop that you can customize yourself, or, reach out to me too if you want customizations like I have here. So I've dropped in already some of that vintage paper tape, another one of the quote cluster floral elements, which says happy, a gold circle sticker, and some washi tape layered up as it was on the other pages. So luckily I don't really do much in that bottom right corner, which is nice. It gives me a little bit of space to add some flair to this page since the rest is very functional. And because I do use most of the elements here functionally, I gotta really cut down on how much of this decor is gonna bleed into the month. I did a little bit of layering again with the vertical washi tape here. I think that will look nice and not bleed into the functional space. I am going to white out the word social though, just so it looks a little bit cleaner. And let's go ahead and number out those real quick while I've got this set up. I'm just going to use my friction pen for that since it's erasable in case I make any mistakes. So I was just counting the days in my head and may have made a mistake. I like that I can erase because, that is my MO, to make lots of mistakes. Let's go ahead and white out to those empty days so I can add a little bit more decor up here. I had some pre-cut stickers already, like some trimmings from previous setups that I'm going to utilize here at the top, and I think that's a good place for it. Gives you a little bit of a hint of those florals, but without taking up too much space. I also have another long quote, which I think I'm going to bring in here, and a floral that I'll go ahead and just kind of mimic that cropped look, just so it all balances out. And now I will set up the days with the highlighters, just kind of putting in a little dash there so I can put in my subscribers and followers each day. That's what I usually track here on my social stats. And then at the bottom, I do more of an overview for the month and then a weekly checklist as well. I like how that looks. I'm going to go ahead and add in one more sticker there just to balance out the look and feel of it. I will have to clean out these holes real quick, which I forgot to do. But once I'm done with that, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, too, go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.